KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy Easter. It is Sunday at 8 a.m., March 31st. We hope everyone out there waking up and joining with us is going to have a wonderful, restful, peaceful Easter.
Yeah, and you know what? There's just some mist out there this morning, so it's really not all that bad, but it is pretty muggy. There's going to be a lot
Did you say 93% earlier?
90% humidity outside right now, so not great Easter hairdo.
No,
weather.
it's not. Lots of hairspray.
Yes, as we look outside, you can see that humidity there on the horizon. Ceilings have been lowering, and so cloud level is pretty low right now. We have got some areas of mist outside too. So 68 degrees, winds from the south. There's that 90% humidity as dew points are pretty close to the temperatures. And as we look at visibility is less than a mile in Rock Springs, 5 miles in Kerrville, 1.25 miles in Gonzales. So we do have areas of patchy fog, patchy mist out there. Nothing though to prevent you from enjoying some time outdoors. There's not going to be any disruptive thunderstorms or rain today. Just kind of that nuisance mist and humidity. With cloudy skies through noon. In the afternoon, we will see a few breaks in the clouds, and it looks like we'll have a high temperature in the low 80s this afternoon. It'll be breezy, too, with gusts up to about 20 miles per hour from the south. I went ahead and raised some storm chances within the next 48 hours, particularly for tomorrow night. So coming up, we'll give you a detail of that forecast in just a few minutes. Sarah, back to you.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, police don't have much to go on after someone shot and killed a man outside a home on the city's east side. Officers got to the scene after 9 last night on MLK Drive. So far, a lot of unanswered questions, including what led up to the shooting and who pulled the trigger. Police say that several shots were fired, some of the gunfire even hitting a nearby home. No one was hurt. So far, SAPD has not made any arrests. Police are also trying to get to the bottom of this shooting over on the south side of town. It happened just before 11 last night on East Vestal Place and Chaucer Avenue. That's not far from Stinson Municipal Airport. Officers tell us they found a man in a ditch with several gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police did see several people running away from the scene, so they did detain those people. However, officers are not calling them suspects because they're not sure if the people were actually involved in this shooting. San Antonio mother is calling on the community this morning to come forward with any information about the death of her son. It's been 2 years since 28-year-old Juan Mendoza was shot and killed. As our Avery Everett shows us, his family is still grieving and doing what they can to help the San Antonio police solve this case.
You left a mother without his son, a sister without a brother, and kids without their father.
A family refusing to give up just after the anniversary of their son's death.
It's been 2 years, and you still don't have more answers.
No.
Juan Mendoza was shot and killed March 25th of 2022. San Antonio police have still not made any arrests.
Nobody knows how painful this is.
Mendoza was sitting at a light on General McMullen and El Paso when a car drove by and shot him. Though there are pictures of what might be the suspect's car, this is still an unsolved crime.
I want them to keep his name out there.
So that police keep investigating.
Please turn yourself in.
They're hoping for compassion from a community that may have the answers.
I missed everything.
San Antonio police have issued a Crime Stoppers reward for any information that leads them to the arrest of Juan's killer. To submit a tip, we have links to do so on KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Avery. In your morning health headlines, do you get sick when you're around certain things like car exhaust, certain perfumes, nail polish, or hairspray? Well, researchers at UT Health San Antonio say parents with high chemical intolerance are more likely to have children with autism or ADHD. Garrett Berringer asked the study's senior author what this means for you.
In recent decades, the prevalence of people with ADHD or autism have increased. Dr. Claudia Miller and her colleagues think they may have a reason why.
And this is why we think autism has been increasing over the last several generations, especially since World War II, because our exposures to these foreign chemicals, if you will, are all mostly new since that time.
In a study published in the Journal of Xenobiotics, the researchers found a possible link between the two disorders and chemical intolerance. That's an issue Miller says can be caused by large or repeated exposure to toxins like pesticides, solvents, toxic mold, or smoke from chemical fires. The researchers believe that affects mast cells, which are part of the immune system. Then, when you're exposed to smaller doses of those toxins, or even certain foods or fragrances, you feel sick. And the state of your mast cells, the researchers believe, could affect your child's likelihood of developing autism or ADHD.
Even prior to conception. So if you're thinking about having a child, you don't want to have exposures like that if you can avoid it.
They found parents with the highest chemical intolerance issues were almost 6 times more likely to have a child with autism than those with the least issues, and about twice as likely to have a kid with ADHD. Because it was just an observational study, they need more research before they can confirm it's a cause.
It's enough evidence. There's enough evidence to intervene.
But intervene how? Miller says you can avoid further exposure to chemicals, or if you're already intolerant, to your triggers. So using things like non-toxic cleaners and avoiding items like fragrances, pesticides, toxic mold, or even nail polish could help you from increasing your risk. But she can't say if anything will lower it.
The most important thing probably is how we regulate products in this country and what gets onto the market and the things people then use in their homes.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
So I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, how do you know if you have chemical intolerance? Well, there's a quiz you can take to get you started on finding the answer. It's called the Brief Environmental Exposure and Sensitivity Inventory. The first question, do you feel sick when you're exposed to tobacco smoke, certain fragrances, nail polish remover, paint or paint thinner, fresh tar or asphalt, cleaning supplies, new carpet or furnishings? And another question, are you unable to tolerate or do you have adverse or allergic reactions to any drugs or medications, to an implant, contraceptive, chemical devices, other medical, surgical, dental material or procedure? And another question, are you unable to tolerate or do you have adverse reactions to any foods such as dairy products, wheat, corn, eggs, caffeine, alcoholic beverages or food additives? If you answer yes to any of these, UT Health recommends you take a much more detailed quiz. It asks you to rank how much you're impacted by exposure to certain chemicals or foods. We have both of these questionnaires posted on our website right now, ksat.com. Well, the number of measles cases reported in the U.S. has now almost hit triple digits. So the latest data from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention shows 97 reported cases as of Thursday. The CDC says in more than half of the cases, patients were hospitalized or had to be treated for complications. And just over half of all these reported cases were children under the age of 5. In all, 18 states have reported cases this year, with roughly half of the cases in Chicago. New evidence shows women who have more than one alcoholic drink a day can be at increased risk for heart disease. The study shows the risk rises with more alcohol consumption. Women who have 8 or more alcoholic beverages in a week saw a 51% higher risk of heart disease. Those who had 3 drinks a day, defined as binge drinking, were 68% more likely. The research used the data from more than 430,000 adults ages 18 to 65. The CDC is alerting doctors to watch for unusual symptoms as a rare but serious bacterial infection is on the rise here in the U.S. So the infections are caused by a strain of meningitis. The bacterial symptoms include fever, headache, nausea, and a stiff neck. However, many of the recent cases instead are present within the bloodstream, infections in about 4% with painful infected joints. The CDC says in these cases, they've been identified this year, about 1 in 6 people have died. The agency says immediate antibiotic treatment is critical. It's 8:09 and 67 degrees. Let's take a live look outside. We are at Brackenridge Park this Sunday morning, this Easter morning. You see people, the kiddos are kind of waking up, moving about. So there are people starting to move about at Brackenridge Park. I know it's still early. A lot of PJs still out there as people are getting out of the tents, starting to move around, because a lot of families are going to be celebrating here at Brack. So after the break, we'll take another live look to see what the park looks like for today. People like getting up out of those tents. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so muggy, even though it's 67 degrees outside. Sarah Spivey has our Easter Sunday forecast when we come back. Well, happy Easter for those that celebrate. It's an annual tradition for families and friends here in San Antonio where they lift the curfews at some of our city parks and camp overnight. And one of the big ones is Brackenridge Park. That's where we find our photojournalist Alexis, who is live out there right now. You see the tents because people like to camp overnight. It's a big San Antonio tradition. Hundreds of families celebrate Easter at Brack Park every year, and this year marks the 125th anniversary to celebrate that anniversary. So in honor of that anniversary, there will be a photo op and a free photographer taking pictures of families that are there. Attendees can find the signs throughout the park with a QR code linked to where they can view and download these complimentary photos after the holiday. To take some photos, the setup will be right across the street from the Brack Park Conservancy office to the left of the Kings Bridge. So by the softball fields, you see where our photojournalist is set up. Right there is where you can find that photographer. But you know, it's still early, so people are
just starting to wake up.
They're starting to wake up, and let me tell you, this will be packed in a couple of hours.
And the folks should have had a pretty nice night because it wasn't that rainy or.
No, it was probably pretty pleasant. But over in Rome, Pope Francis presided over the Easter Mass at the Vatican this morning. The Pope has been recovering from what has been described as colds, bronchitis, and the flu. He pulled out of the Good Friday service, but has been leading Holy Week liturgies.
And as I mentioned, you know, we did have some areas of mist this morning, and we still had some areas of mist, but nothing really to prevent you from enjoying your Easter Sunday outdoors.
I mean, a little humidity. It's
a little muggy.
It's what we're used to here in San Antonio.
And at least it won't be 100 degrees. It's going to be in the low 80s, so not too bad.
Piece of cake.
Exactly. Outside right now, you can see the ceilings lowering. It is noticeably muggy outside. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s. It's 68 degrees in San Antonio, 68 in Pleasanton, 67 in Hondo, 68 in New Braunfels, and 64 in Kerrville. We've also got some areas of mist out there, lowering visibility. Visibility is down to 6 miles in New Braunfels, down to 6 miles at Port SA, down to 5 miles at Castroville, down to 7 miles in Bernie. So again, as you're out and about this morning, you may run into some areas of light mist. It's going to be patchy. Not everybody experiencing this mist, but it is out there in patches. As we look ahead to your KSAT 12-hour forecast this Easter Sunday, will still be cloudy at noon and 72. Clouds will be stubborn, but a few peaks of sunshine this afternoon. We'll get up to 82 degrees for the high temperature. It's going to be a little breezy too. We'll have winds from the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour, even gusting up to 20 miles per hour later tonight. And tonight will be very mild. We're still going to be in the mid 70s by 9 o'clock. Now, I mentioned here in San Antonio that clouds will be stubborn. It's a different story out to the west where there's going to be clearer skies quicker. So take a look at how hot it's going to be for Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Carrizo Springs, mid 90s for the high this Easter Sunday, near 96 in Laredo as well. So hot out closer to the border and just pretty much warm and muggy around San Antonio. It's going to be 80 in Bulverde, 80 in Bernie, 81 in Kerrville, 83 in New Braunfels. Seguin, you'll be at 82 degrees, 87 in Devine and in Uvalde. It'll be 84 in Nixon Smiley and 82 in Gonzales. After today, our attention turns to the potential for a few storms tomorrow night. Now, not everybody is going to see storms tomorrow night, but there will be a broken line of storms moving through, and it's all because of a cool front. As we take a look at our weather setup again, these clouds will be stubborn around San Antonio today. A very dynamic system is off of the coast of California right now. You can clearly see that area of low pressure. Not only is it allowing for some flooding near LA, but snowfall across parts of Nevada, Utah, parts of Arizona, near Flagstaff under winter weather advisories, and even some fire danger for parts of West Texas because of this low. But at the surface, there's a cold front, and this cold front is going to be pushing through Texas tomorrow. However, in San Antonio, it's going to be hot tomorrow. It's going to be near 90 degrees tomorrow and close to 100 out toward Del Rio. The front is not going to move through until the overnight hours. As it moves across Texas, it'll create a broken line of storms tomorrow night from Dallas down to the Hill Country. And then even in San Antonio, from the hours of 9 p.m. through midnight, there will be a broken line of showers and storms. Not everybody will see storminess, but if you do get a storm, it is that time of year where spring-like storms can be strong. So keep that in mind. We will keep you posted and alert to the forecast tomorrow night. Again, coverage is not going to be great, about 30%, but the possibility is still there for a few storms. And as we head into next week, after that front moves through, we've got some chilly mornings in store. It's only going to be in the 40s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning before we warm back up into the 70s. Low humidity, but Sarah, humidity works its way back into the forecast by the weekend, and then all eyes are on Monday, April 8th forecast, because that's when we get that total solar eclipse. Now, it's still 8 days away. It's still nearly impossible to get an accurate hour-by-hour cloud forecast, but I'll tell you what we know so far about the forecast 8 days from today, next Monday on Eclipse Day.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah. It's 8:19 and 67 degrees. Some bad news for AT&T customers after the company says sensitive information was found in a data breach. What they're doing to fix the situation. And if you're looking to buy or sell, Facebook Marketplace can be an easy way to do both those things, but becoming a victim of scam is also something people find themselves doing. So coming up after the break, how to avoid scammers who are in the market on Facebook to steal more than your money. Hey, let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 4, 9, 3, Fireball 7, Daily 4, 1, 8, 4, 0, Fireball 5, Cash 5, 3, 9, 15, 23, 27, Texas Lotto 16, 19, 24, 28, 30, 50. No one won the Powerball. It is over $900 million. We are all playing at KSAT 12, 13, 33, 50, 52, 23 is at Powerball. Power Play is 3. The next drawing is tomorrow on April Fool's Day. Well, Facebook Marketplace is a good place to be saving money by purchasing secondhand goods. Unfortunately, that's not all you can find. Con artists are scrolling and listing things as well. So 12 on your sides, Marilyn Moritz has some ways to keep it safe.
You name it, you can probably buy it from folks on Facebook.
I actually have bought a car on Facebook Marketplace.
Buying a car from a stranger may not typically be recommended, but Michelle Concha had done her homework.
Because we had people in common in the area that I felt actually more secure about buying the car from that person.
You can get a good deal using social media, but you can also get scammed. People have lost more than $2.7 billion to social media scams since 2021. Some scammers lurking on Facebook Marketplace aren't after your money, though. They want your data.
Just last weekend, I posted some furniture for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Within minutes, I had 4 eager buyers, but what they all wanted was for me to text them. They were obviously fake.
So here are some tips from Consumer Reports. Never share personal info like your address, email, or phone number. Only communicate through Facebook Messenger. Second, meet in a public, well-lit area. Consider a police substation. Number 3, don't use cash. Facebook Marketplace recommends a secure person-to-person payment method. Even then, you need to be careful.
You always want to make sure that you're sending money to the right person before you send the full amount. So here's one tip. Send a $1 test payment first, and then make sure that that person received it.
For big money purchases like that car Michelle bought, pay the old-fashioned way and get a cashier's check. It's peace of mind, protecting your purchase and your safety. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
AT&T customers, listen up. The cell service giant says a data set found on the internet contains information like social security numbers for more than 7.5 million account holders and 65 million former account holders. So AT&T says it's already started resetting passcodes for current users and will be communicating with people whose sensitive personal information was leaked. Company officials have not said how this breach happened. It's 8:26 and 67 degrees. Today is Easter. Many people traveling to their destinations by plane or car. Still ahead, what you can expect the airports to look like as more travel. Busy days are ahead. Good morning. Happy Easter. I'm Sarah Acosta. It is Sunday at 8:30, March 31st, last day of March, ending with Easter. Sarah, I did a lot of hairspray on my hair this morning.
Yeah, it's so humid, right?
Humid out
there. Hair looks great, though, by the way.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah, no worries there. Yeah, so humid is the name of the game today. We've got some areas of mist. It'll be warm this afternoon. But 8 days from today, total solar eclipse. We are counting down the days to April 8th around 1:30 p.m. That's when we're expecting totality in parts of San Antonio and the Hill Country. It is, I just want to caution you, it is way too soon for an hour-by-hour cloud forecast. Okay, we need to have only a few days until the eclipse to give you an hour-by-hour forecast. For now, our forecast kind of favors at least some clouds out there. It's a very vague picture. It's not clear because it's still 8 days away. We want to keep you posted, and we will continue to keep you posted on the forecast. You want to know if you're in the path of totality. And so in order to do that, you can scan this QR code. It'll take you to an interactive map that I made. You can zoom into your neighborhood, see how long totality will last. If you're in the path of totality, make sure to check it out. And again, we will continue to keep you posted about the forecast with cloud cover and things like that. Remember with the annular eclipse in October, we did have some cloud cover, but it cleared out just in time. There's a lot of things that can happen before April 8th. We will keep you posted. As for today's forecast, Easter Sunday, patchy mist out there right now, and we will have stubborn clouds today. A lot like yesterday, the clouds were fairly stubborn. We'll see peaks of sunshine this afternoon. It'll be 82. South winds today at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Weather is going to cooperate generally for the most part, other than the patchy mist. Unfortunately, allergies are high. Yesterday's pollen count was very high for oak. We're approaching peak oak season. We have yet to get the pollen count in for the day today. As soon as we do, I will let you know what that is. For now, though, my eyes are on the fact that tomorrow's going to be a hot day. We're going to be near 90, and we have a chance for storms in the evening tomorrow. Those details coming up. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, a man was taken to the hospital after being stabbed in the neck and the back overnight. This happened just after 2:30 this morning, the 100 block of Deschantel Road. That's not far from Vance Jackson and I-10. According to SAPD, the victim and a woman were at an apartment complex when she heard the man scream. That's when she saw him run down some stairs, bleeding from his neck and back. They started knocking on neighbors' doors for help since they didn't have a cell phone. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police tell us the apartment the victim was visiting was locked. No one answered the door, so this is an ongoing investigation. A Texas appeals court has upheld injunctions issued from a lower court that blocks a state from investigating parents who provide their children with gender-affirming medical care. So back in 2022, the Texas Attorney General released an opinion that concluded parents are committing child abuse when they help provide a transgender child with gender transitioning treatment. Texas Governor Greg Abbott then ordered the State Department of Family Protective Services to investigate any family that's actually violating that order. 2 families have sued, and a lower court put a temporary hold on the state order. Now a trial must determine if the state order is legal. And 50 Indiana National Guard troops will head to El Paso next month to assist the Texas National Guard at the southern U.S. border. Their role is to watch and report what they see to the Texas National Guard and Department of Public Safety. Part of that could involve spotting illegal drugs like fentanyl. According to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection website, 310 pounds of fentanyl have been seized at the southwest Texas border since October of last year. Criminal charges against Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton will be dismissed. Tuesday, Paxton reached a deal with prosecutors to drop his security fraud charges. In exchange, he must pay $271,000 in restitution from his personal accounts, perform community service, and take legal education classes. So this deal comes just weeks before he was set to stand trial on the charges he was indicted on nearly 9 years ago. Special prosecutors will track Paxton for the next 18 months to make sure he's keeping up his end of the deal. And travel is expected to pick up this weekend as people arrive to their Easter destinations. Last week, TSA screened the highest number of travelers this year. Meanwhile, millions more are hitting the roads. ABC's Chuck Silverson explains how travel will only continue to ramp up as the total solar eclipse nears.
Airports across the country have been filled with large crowds as travelers hit the sky to reach their Easter or spring break destinations. On Thursday, TSA says it screened 2.7 million passengers, the most so far this year and the largest number since the winter holiday season last year. In addition to large crowds, there have been some other issues affecting airline passengers. On Friday, a United flight from Tel Aviv to Newark was forced to make an emergency landing in Orange County, New York, due to severe turbulence.
And they said the flight was pretty rough coming in to Newark, but we had multiple ambulances here from New Windsor and multiple surrounding agencies.
In a statement, United saying one passenger deplaned due to a medical incident, and a few other customers were seen by medical personnel for possible motion sickness. The high travel volume is expected to continue as thousands travel to cities in the path of the upcoming total eclipse of the sun. The FAA says the busiest day next week will be Thursday, April 4th, with more than 50,000 flights set to take off.
So you can expect some limited parking, even delays at airports, right along the eclipse path from Texas to Maine.
For those choosing to drive to their destinations, they're going to find higher prices at the pump. According to the AAA, the national average for a gallon of gas is now $3.53, about 24 cents more than just 1 month ago, and about 10 cents higher than last year. Chuck Severson, ABC News, New York.
Speaking of holiday travel surrounding the Easter holiday, many families celebrating Easter Sunday at Brackenridge Park today. This is a live look from our photojournalist Alexis, who's out there. So I know it doesn't look busy. That's because people are probably still asleep in their tents. Oh, we got one camper who just woke up. A lot of pajama pants out this morning.
It's still early in the morning, Sarah. I mean, Easter Sunday, when you're camping, you want to sleep in.
This is a huge tradition at city parks in San Antonio.
Yeah.
They lift the curfew starting on 11 o'clock on Thursday. People go and they save their spots, the spots where their families have been camping.
For years.
For years. Like one guy we interviewed yesterday said they've been doing this for 40 years, Sarah.
That's crazy. And the thing, in addition to it being a tradition, is that the Conservancy is celebrating their 125th anniversary today. So they're doing things a little special. They'll be gifting attendees with a photo area and free photographer to take those family photos. And if you don't know where to go, don't worry, because there will be signs throughout the park with a QR code linking to where they can view and download their complimentary photos after the holiday. What a fun tradition. Have you ever camped out like this, Sarah?
I'm not a camper girl.
You're a glamper girl?
I'm a glamper girl,
Surprising.
But I used to live right across from Brackenridge Park, and one of my favorite things to do was to bike ride through Brack on Easter Sunday. And I mean, you see like everyone, they have all of the egg hunts happening, but the cascarones are like everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And then seeing, the tears after so-and-so got hit in the head with a cascarone, and then they're like, Mom, it's not fair. And then,
Here's the thing with cascarones. You gotta crush them before you smash them.
Yeah, be courteous. Don't be like, the brothers that got me just boom, hard on the head.
All right, well, fun event there.
Well, as you just saw, a lot of people outside celebrating Easter holiday with family and friends. So if you're still looking for some activities for the kids today or just want to get out, there are 2 Easter egg hunts happening this morning.
Yeah, starting off with the Tower of the America's Easter Extravaganza at 11 a.m. Kids will get the chance to meet with the Easter Bunny, of course, and enjoy other activities like face painting, Easter egg dyeing, live music, and more.
So this event is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's just $5 per person. And St. Thomas Episcopal Church will have an egg hunt at 10 this morning. You can find a list of all of the egg hunts happening around our city on our website, KSAT.com. And this year, Cadbury Bunny is no bunny at all. Actually, it's a 2-year-old raccoon from South Florida.
I love this.
A trash panda. Louie the raccoon will soon make his TV debut in a Cadbury commercial.
So this was the 6th annual Cadbury Bunny tryout, and it played out in true March Madness fashion. You had animal lovers and Cadbury customers voting in bracket-style elimination tournament on Instagram.
You know, raccoons are trash pandas, but this one's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Those little fingers,
they're mischievous, though.
Oh, I know.
Sure.
We get a lot in our backyard. So previous winners since 2019 included a rescue cat, a frog, and 3 different dogs.
Oh, so okay. It's not necessarily surprised that this year's isn't a bunny.
No, it's never a bunny. So have you ever seen the Cadbury commercials where it's like a lion and he's got the bunny ears on and they're like trying to like, I'm the Easter Bunny because they want the Cadbury chocolate.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
That was what we call a blonde moment.
It's okay. It's okay, Sarah.
Thank you.
What is your favorite Easter
tradition?
Candy?
Oh, can I say my tradition?
Sure.
So my mom would always make us an Easter bunny cake out of 2 round pans. So the face would be one of the round cakes, and then she would cut out the ears to be from one of the round pan, and whatever was left over was the bow tie of the bunny. So 2
I see it.
round pans with Easter bunny cake, and then she would coat it in coconut for the fur and the
So this was a cute
Twizzlers.
bunny?
Yes.
Or was it terrifying?
It was super cute.
Okay, because bunnies can either be super cute or a little terrifying.
Well, it's my mom. She decorates gorgeously.
I'm sure she does. All right, it's 8:41 and 68 degrees.
We are just a few days away from the total solar eclipse. Yesterday, we talked about what officials in Bandera County and Kerrville are doing to prepare. Now we want to tell you about an owner of a winery in Atascosa County and what he's doing to prepare for the big event. This is something Sarah and I are a fan of. You'll see. And it's cloudy outside, as you can see. We've got areas of mist out there to start off Easter, but we will see peaks of sunshine. I'll have a look at that forecast coming up.
Okay, Sarah, this is a once-in-a-lifetime sight. So many people coming to South Texas to watch the total solar eclipse.
It really is. And guess what? When the last time a total solar eclipse moved through San Antonio? 1397. So yes, it is a once-in-a-lifetime event. And the owner of an Atascosa winery says he's waited for this kind of moment his whole life.
As our Danielle Ibarra shows us, he's crafted a special blend and bottle just for the occasion.
It's the strawberry capital of Texas.
The day of the eclipse, we're going for 40.
But the sweetest fruit in Petite is being labored and reaped at the Blackbird Winery.
Okay, so you'll grab it here and then you'll lay it straight down.
Donovan Garcia spent over a year crafting this special sunset-colored blend.
It's made specifically for the eclipse.
So why make an eclipse-themed wine?
I'm in love with celestial type events. When they say that there's going to be a meteor shower at 2 o'clock in the morning, I will be out there at 1:45 waiting.
The day of the eclipse, he'll be in Del Rio along with thousands of others waiting for totality.
I will be selling my heart out up until 1 minute before. And then my intentions are to do nothing but enjoy the eclipse.
This wine is meant to be enjoyed while you're waiting for the eclipse, but until you get to see the real one, you get your own personal one just by looking at the bottle.
It's nothing more than a fluke. So originally we wanted the label to have a hole right through the center so you could actually see what color the label was. You can always have an eclipse.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Fantastic, ain't it? And it tastes twice as good.
Garcia says people from as far away as Hawaii have ordered bottles of the peach and blackberry flavored wine.
As of right now, they're on back order.
The next total eclipse in the U.S. is 20 years away.
Meteorites.
By then, Garcia will be 75 years old.
God willing, I'll still be here to see the next one. But if I'm not, I got to see this one.
Danielle Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Oh, that's cool.
The label's so cool.
Very cool. Very creative. So we're just days away now from the total solar eclipse. Take out your phone, scan this QR code. We are your Eclipse Authority. It will take you to our Eclipse Authority page where you can find everything you need to know ahead of the big day on April 8th. And Sarah, you were saying it all day yesterday. There are some social media sites out there that are pushing a hour by hour cloud forecast already, and you're saying that that is not true.
Cloud forecasts require high resolution.
Okay.
And a high resolution forecast is really only available with our current technology a few days before an event. Now, we can get a general idea, and a general idea, Sarah, is that there are indications that there could be some clouds for the forecast on Monday, April 8th. But all we need is a little break in the clouds for a few hours in order to see the eclipse.
We saw that with our last eclipse. It was cloudy, and then right before the clouds cleared.
We did see that with the last eclipse. The weather pattern will be different this April 8th. But as soon as we know, we will let you know. We will continue to keep you posted as we get updates coming in, as we adjust the forecast, all of it, because we do want to be able to see it. But
so don't believe the ones that are saying they already have hour by hour cloud forecasts.
I agree. And even if it's cloudy, Sarah, it won't be nearly as cool as if it was clear, but you would still experience the darkness and perhaps a temperature drop. So
very cool.
Yeah, it again is a very cool event. It is cloudy outside right now, though, and it is pretty muggy out there, too. We've got areas of mist this Easter morning, 68 degrees, 67 in Bulverde, 64 in Bernie, 67 at Port SA, and 69 in Pleasanton. Visibility is lowered because of areas of mist. Even as I've been watching this camera, we've seen the cloud ceilings, or where the clouds start to lower down to the surface. Cloud ceiling above you is only about 600 feet. So again, we do have areas of mist. These clouds are going to be stubborn. We'll start to see peaks of sunshine in the afternoon, though, and it will be a little breezy with areas of the winds gusting up to maybe 20 miles per hour at times. 82 for the high today with peaks of sunshine. So a warm Easter and a muggy Easter, and then this evening will be fairly mild with temperatures still in the mid 70s by 9 p.m. Clouds will be stubborn around San Antonio, which is why we'll be in the low 80s. But off to the west, near Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Carrizo Springs, it is going to be toasty. Temperatures are going to be close to 95 degrees, closer to 100 down near Laredo. So it is going to definitely be hot out west, but the clouds around San Antonio will keep temperatures in the metro area in the low 80s and in the hill country too. 81 in Kerrville, 80 in Bernie, 80 in Bulverde. New Braunfels, you'll be at 83 this Easter Sunday. 86 in Poteet. We were just talking about Poteet. 87 in Pleasanton. 86 in Floresville, 87 in Uvalde. Rain chances start to rise tomorrow night. We've got a brief window for rain tomorrow night, and even a brief window for some storms tomorrow night too, as a cool front moves through. That's going to be our only major rain chance for the week ahead. And it's all because of this big upper level low to our west, bringing flooding conditions to parts of Los Angeles, snowfall for parts of the Rockies and Arizona, fire danger for West Texas. But at the surface, we've got this cold front that's going to be moving through Texas tomorrow. It's not going to get to San Antonio until tomorrow night and Tuesday morning. So tomorrow is still going to be a hot one. In fact, it's going to be hotter than today. We're going to be close to 90 degrees tomorrow in San Antonio, close to 100 out west near Del Rio. That front will approach, and from tomorrow evening, there will be a broken line of storms across Dallas down to the hill country. In San Antonio, that broken line of storms will be moving through from 9 p.m. to about 2 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday morning. So a brief window for storms. You know, not everybody's going to see storminess, but some will. We'll keep you posted on that. As for the forecast the rest of the week, once that front moves through, we'll have chilly mornings in the 40s and comfortable afternoons with low humidity in the afternoons for most of the week. We'll have more news for you after the break. We've yet to get the pollen count in, but as soon as we do, it'll be available on KSAT.com and our social media accounts. As we take a look at the forecast, muggy this morning, afternoon warm, 90 degrees tomorrow. It'll be 82 today. After the warm day tomorrow, we'll have a chance for some storms Monday night into Tuesday. Then most of next week will be really pleasant. We're talking chilly mornings where you'll need the jacket, comfortable afternoons in the 70s. And again, we're going to be monitoring that eclipse day forecast for you as we get closer to April 8th.
Peeps or chocolate bunnies?
Peeps. I'm a Peeps gal.
I'm a Peeps girl too.
Happy Easter, everyone.